Hey everyone, Petzergling here with Daz, bringing you the third game, Hwasin versus Luxury. And actually, well, this is the first game of the series, but the third game of the night. And this is going to be a crazy game. I mean, this is probably, out of all the matchups, I think this is going to be one of the closest matchups out of every single one. And you know, this is on Destination, which has been a really heavy mech favored map versus Zerg. But Hwasin has been a player who's, you know, I don't want to say honorable, but I mean, he's been pretty much sticking to M most of the time. I mean, he has gone mech occasionally, but I mean, his M control and his overall standard TVZ game is just so good that, you know, it's like he really doesn't have a reason to go kind of hop on this mech bandwagon. And 26 and 10 is his MSL stats for the TVZ. Just crazy. I mean, his TVZ is so good, but on the other end, Luxury's ZVT is just amazing. Like, Hwasin has been playing really good lately, and Luxury's been playing really good lately, and I'm just totally looking forward to this game.
Yeah, me too. I mean, what an epic matchup. I mean, these are two of their best guys in their respective matchups. Maybe Luxury's ZVT isn't so incredibly amazing, but like, I think it's up there, and especially his style of plays suits ZVT well. He's got great mutilus control, just a great micro player. A surprisingly bad ZVT. Yeah, really,
look at that.
I don't know what happened there.
I'm pretty sure last MSL he beat Flash, so I don't know.
Maybe those are some old stats. I mean, Luxury has been around for a long time, so I mean, who knows how far back those are going, right? Maybe in previous MSLs he sucks, but I know that in the last few months, or in the last few months, his EVT has been pretty strong. So anyway, I mean, just from what I've seen, the games that I've watched him play, it's looked impressive to me. So I'm really looking forward to this. I also think it's going to be really close. If not this game, but definitely it's going to be the closest series, I think. Anyway, we're going to sync it up here. 1-0, and we're off. And this map, just an interesting note, like you said, I don't know if it's just the mech builds, but the TVZ stats on this map overall are 29 and 16 for Terran. So that's pretty insanely imbalanced. Like,
those are pretty balanced stats. No, those are pretty balanced.
I mean,
that's pretty much fair.
Almost preposterous. 29 and 16, like, I think that's the worst.
It's almost as bad as Medusa.
In a long time.
You Protoss faggot. Oh, this is the most map imbalanced. Oh yeah, except for Protoss, man. There's a map in the map pool right now that's more imbalanced than that. It's called Medusa, so shut the fuck up.
Is it really? I didn't know Medusa was that bad.
Medusa right now, the win percentage for Protoss over Terran is over 200%. There have been ZVZ games that Protoss have beat Terrans. That's how fucking imbalanced that map is.
You know what, dude? I don't know if you actually looked at the stats, but I almost get 100% sure that's not as bad as 29 and 16. I mean, that's fucking preposterous.
Alright, I'm gonna look it up right now. You talk.
Okay, I'll keep on talking. While he's gonna be wrong though, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just making that prediction. It's definitely not that bad. I mean, 29-16 for a PVT map is almost ridiculous.
35 and 14.
Oh well, son of a bitch.
Ass kicked.
Ladies and gentlemen, I eat my words. Terrans, I am ever so sorry. Well, at least you've got Destination against Zerg to kind of make up for it. It's not like every map is fucking you over.
And what is Hwasin doing? It looks like standard play, but it looks like his barracks was a little bit late there. Yeah, that was an extremely early scouting drone. And I think I mean, he's really challenging Hwasin's honor here that he's going to go for a mech build. And I think Hwasin holding up to that up until this point. I mean, he would have put his gas down on 12. So Hwasin going for, you know, I'm not going to say a fast expand yet. What is he doing? What is he going to do with that SCV?
I don't know. Maybe he's going to do that later build.
Yeah, but, you know, he hasn't taken his gas yet, and I wanted, like, I guess they completely decided now that he's not going to take his gas. Oh my god, he's proxying a barracks. We have a 2 barracks and a TVZ. That is preposterous.
When was the last time I saw this? Like 2004? Like, I think Nada did it a while ago, but like, what the fuck, bro? Why would... You know, I'm really surprised to see him do it, man. I can't believe Hwasin is going for some kind of cheesy kind of build on a super Terran map against a Zerg. Like, I just don't understand why he would not just go for a standard straight up game.
Luxury's got to wonder at this point, like, where is Hwasin's scout? Like, scouting is so important. Like, I'm just going to throw this in there, a little bit of downtime. In a 1-versus-1 map in TVZ, scouting is so important. You can put down a command center on 16.
Oh my god,
oh my god, he scouted it. So, I mean,
wow.
I guess he had the same intuition that I did. I mean, he was looking around and he saw that barracks. He knew that something wasn't up. And I think Luxury's going to really take a huge advantage in this game. I think that Hwasin was really banking on the element of surprise here. And, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised if Hwasin just backs off and goes for an expansion at this point off of his 2 barracks.
Yeah, he's got to cut his losses and just put down his CC right now. That's just the best thing for him to do. It's going to be too easy for Luxury to hold this now that he knows about it. I mean, I think if he puts on a little pressure with the Marines and just puts down a command center quickly, it's going to do well for him. Okay, yeah, he's floating the barracks away. So
wow,
he's
already lifted it.
Put down a command center pretty soon, yeah.
I wasn't thinking maybe that early, but... Well, right, yeah. I mean,
look, he's actually mining gas.
What is he doing? I mean, he was really committed to this build.
Lift the barracks?
He was really committed to this build, and I guess, you know, seeing the barracks lifted, I would have to imagine that he's going to go for a, you know, just an expand and just cut his losses right there. And Luxury, actually, it looks like, was that a 2-hatch lair?
Yeah,
I know he took his gas with his spawning pool, but yeah, going for a 2-hatch lair. And Hwasin actually, I think, got a little bit lucky here. I think a 3-hatch build.
What is he doing?
Well, I think a 3-hatch build would be really strong against the Terran who tries to 1-base, but I mean, a 2-hatch lair, if Hwasin can just build up a force of medic Marines, put some pressure on, and defend it while he expands, it's not going to be that big of a loss. Like, it's really tough. That's why 2 barracks really went out of style, because you can't keep up with a 3-hatch build. But I mean, this, you know, 2-hatch tech builds, Hwasin's going to be able to defend this really easily. And wow, already going to factory. What is he doing?
I knew he was not. I mean, I know he wasn't expanding because he's taking so long, but like, I guess he's gonna go for really quick vestals. Like that's the only thing I can imagine. Either that he's gonna go for a really quick like sunken break.
Well, you can go for a tank. Yeah, you can go for a tank break.
Like
I mean, if you move forward,
style.
look at Luxury sunken. It looks like a D- player.
Sunken placement.
Wow.
Yeah, really. What is he doing with that?
I mean, I guess his original sunken was kind of a panic sunken, and it was kind of really close to his hatchery before he waited for his creep to get up, and now he can't really abuse the bridges with his sunken. So, I mean, he's moving forward a little bit, but I mean, I guess it might be kind of effective against siege tanks. I mean, given that Hwasin's going to have to siege and unsiege. I mean, that's, you know, given if Hwasin goes siege tanks, which, I mean, it really is his only option, unless he tries to go for some sort of crazy tech like Valkyries or Wraiths.
I really don't know what he's doing. It's either going to be science vessels really quick or tanks. Or maybe even a little bit of both. I guess he might even have the gas to do it because he started mining his gas so long ago and he's only been producing off of 1 barracks up until just, you know, a minute ago. Okay, he's getting up turrets. He's got his engineering bay. I don't know if it's upgrading or not. He lifted the factory, so he is going to be going for early science vessels. Which means we're probably going to see him start expanding really soon. And this is almost going to be like an old school 1-base style play, like almost exactly like TVZ used to look like, like a standard game. You just go for science vessels really quick and use that against the mutalisks, and then take an expansion, and then macro up from there. But the starport, I mean, the mutalisks are already up because he went for that 2-hitch build. So the science vessel's not going to be up anywhere nearly in time. Basically, Hwasin is going to have to minimize the damage he takes here. He can't take a lot of damage here. Obviously, he's not going to be able to expand, but as long as he doesn't take a lot of damage, he should be okay. So he's just going to have to control really well and cut his losses. He can't afford to lose SCVs or Marines at this point, but he's certainly by no means out of the game because Luxury 2-hatched, it reduces the economic advantage that he would have had he triple-hatched. So it's not looking too bad for Hwasin as long as he kind of holds on here, doesn't lose too many Marines. Losing 3 Marines there pretty kind of sucks, but still not a huge disaster.
Right, but at the same time, it's going to be up to Luxury to keep his Mutalisk alive, because one real big factor about this map, yeah, that was, I mean, excellent Mutalisk control. Just like you said, Luxury definitely one of the best, but I mean, he's, you know, Hwasin doing a good job spreading his Marines, minimizing losses, and Luxury, interesting enough, putting his 3rd hatchery in his natural expansion, so it looks like he's going to try and keep Hwasin down to 2 bases, and I really think this is a mistake. I mean, the things with the third gas on this map for ZBT is that it's really easy for a Terran to punish the third gas early, but once the Zerg gets it up, I mean, with the bridges and the ramps, lurkers are just so effective, and I think that because Luxury has the unit advantage right now and he has the tech, I think Luxury, if he just took a third base and just got some lurkers up, I mean, he could have defilers out by the time Hwasin's ready to do his push, and I think that was a real bad move to put his third hatchery in his natural. I mean, he's really committing himself to forcing